What's up, guys, and welcome into another edition of Sparky Notes. I'm Anthony Totri, and let's cut to the chase because we've got a lot to get to today, starting with ASU football. First-year head coach Kenny Dillingham has put in work over the first couple of weeks of his tenure in Tempe in terms of both getting high school recruits to commit ahead of early signing day, which is on December 21st, and then also in terms of the transfer portal. And while we're talking about the transfer portal, the biggest news for Sun Devil football is that they've got themselves another quarterback. Former Notre Dame quarterback Drew Pyne announced on social media the other day that he would be transferring to Arizona State. Now, Pyne figures to be in the quarterback competition with Trenton Bourguet, who played a significant amount of time for the Sun Devils last year, and then also Jacob Conover, who is transferring over from BYU. Now, I did get the chance to cover Pyne the first couple of years while he was at Notre Dame, and he wasn't ever really the starter, but he was a guy that filled in for the Irish when his number was called a number of times, not only last season when Jack Cohn was the guy, but also this past season when Tyler Buckner went down. Pyne went 8-2 as a starter. And so how do you judge a new quarterback, right? Well, you look at their success against AP top 25 teams, really. And what Pyne did against some of the nation's best teams is definitely impressive, right? You look back to when Notre Dame beat Clemson at the time. It was a very strong win. And in AP top 25 matchups, Pyne completed over 70% of his passes, threw for 8 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions. So Pyne definitely figures to probably be the favorite going into this quarterback competition. Now, while we're talking about the AP top 25, it's time to give some love to ASU basketball. Bobby Hurley's Sun Devils continue to cook, and they are 11-1 on this season with just one more game before that juicy top 25 matchup against the Arizona Wildcats, who are now the number 5 team in the nation. But they can't look to that matchup too quickly because they do have a game tomorrow night against the San Francisco Dons on the road. So Bobby Hurley's going to need a couple of guys to continue what they've done over the last few weeks, starting with Des Cambridge, who has got his fingerprints all over the last 2 games for the Sun Devils. He's going to need to keep it cooking this Wednesday against San Francisco. And then Frankie Collins, who is a stat sheet stuffer, he is also going to need to play well Wednesday against a 9-3 San Francisco team that is coming off a loss last night. Before we get out of here, it's time to give some love to a couple of Arizona State Sun Devil coaches who got themselves some contract extensions ahead of the holiday season, starting with Cliff English, the triathlon coach, Missy Farkay, who coaches women's golf, Graham Winkworth, the soccer coach, and Matt Thurmond, the men's golf coach. All 4 of them have gotten extended per the university, so congratulations to them and their family ahead of the holiday season. That's going to do it for this edition of Sparky Notes, but for all your news and notes as it relates to Arizona State, go ahead and check out the PHNX Sun Devil Show.